yeah, I think about restricting a lot, but I want to get through school or whatever, so I don't do it. But then sometimes I'll, not keep my calories low, because I have a certain definition of what low is, and I don't even approach those numbers anymore. But, kind of calories where I could lose maybe a pound a week, say. Sometimes I'll do that, in between binging and purging, and then sometimes I'll just eat whatever. So, if I lose any weight, I usually gain it back. I've been really, really anxious this semester. The anxiety is just, it's everywhere and anywhere, and I'm anxious about, all my courses, and I'm anxious about, my grades, and sexuality shit. I'm not gonna get into any details. Basically, well, I'll tell you the basics, I guess. I've pretty much determined that I'm, scared of sex and intimacy in any capacity. And if I don't figure this out, I'm probably going to be celibate for the rest of my life. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to talk about it, but it's... My friends are so sexual, most of them, and they have no problem with sex, and it bothers me that I'm the outcast, I'm the one who's different, and they don't understand me, and I don't fit in. It bothers me, just because of that, do you know what I mean? It's like I've worked so hard to just get rid of all the things that could make me an outcast, and this one thing, it's so deep-seated and so intense for me that I can't get rid of it. I can't. I don't know how. Sometimes I don't even want to, which is possibly the other part of it. Sometimes I just think that university students are completely fucking sex-crazed, hormonal bastards, and why should I have to be part of that just because they all are? It's that whole thing, just because everybody jumps off a cliff doesn't mean I have to. I basically feel like that about sexuality. I do. Just because everybody else wants sex all the time doesn't mean that I have to. But then, then I think, well, eventually I'm going to be getting a job and moving out, and I'm going to be living alone. I'd rather have a companion. I don't necessarily want sex, but then when I think about sex, it scares me, and I'm just going to stop talking about this. This is kind of an intimate topic, I guess. I don't really care, but obviously since I'm talking about it, I don't know what else to say. Is there anything you guys want to know? I don't know, about school, or there is no work. I don't work right now. I've saved up enough money, I don't want to fucking work too. I don't know, whatever. I guess I'm just not feeling that positive these days. It seems like I'm just in a lower place generally than I was a month or two ago. And I'm not doing the schoolwork I should be doing, and I'm just not as into it anymore. If I could just freeload, for the rest of my life and never do school, never do work, I would, and it's awful because school used to be the one thing I was so passionate about. I loved learning, I loved everything. I don't like it anymore. It seems like a bunch of song and dance and games. You live up to these social expectations, and we give you this, and then you get to live out the rest of your song and dance life. You get to conform to these expectations of that, and I don't like it. But I'm doing it because I got no other choice. Better than working the day jobs. Anyway, as you can probably hear, my voice is getting rough again, so I'm gonna go and drink some more water and go to bed. Because it is 12:47 by the clock. So that means I've been talking for 12 minutes, which means you're getting 2 videos. Yay! I do that a lot, I've noticed. It seems that every time I post, I have so much stuff to say that I can't shorten it to under 10 minutes. Or the video is 9 minutes long or something, right? But anyway, yeah, I guess, it seems from the outside like I'm doing really, pretty good. And it's just, I act normal all day, and when I get home, I binge and purge, and I go on my ED Facebook and my ED live journal and ED this and self-injury that, and yes, I have been cutting just a little bit. I did that like a week or two ago, and then it just kind of stopped, but you could start again at any time. I'm just not getting the urges the same way, mostly because I'm just apathetic about everything at this point. School, everything. Binging and purging is just like a habit. That's kind of my craving right now, not the self-injury, you know? Anyway, I don't want these videos to be too long, because nobody will watch them.